Hi, I am Ramu from Brooklyn Grammar High School. Already we started learning motion from class 9th and this is the part 2. In this video, we are going to learn about uniform motion, non-uniform motion and finally speedometer. Let's start with uniform motion. Here is the example. Before that, let me give the definition of uniform motion. A body is said to have uniform motion when it covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. Let me say again, a body is said to have in uniform motion when it covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. Okay, yeah, let me take one example. Consider a car moves from one position to another position about 16 meters distance within the time 8 seconds. Here the car starts from O and after 2 seconds it reaches position A covering 4 meters. In next 2 seconds it reaches position B covering a distance of 8 meters. In the next 2 seconds it reaches position C covering a distance of 12 meters, and finally a car reaches the position D covering 16 meter distance in the next 2 seconds. So here the total distance traveled by a car is 16 meters within the time 8 seconds. One thing you should observe here, during equal intervals of time the car traveled 16 meters. So you can say a car is said to be in uniform motion. So let me give a graph for this. Look at the graph. You know, this is x-axis and here is the y-axis. This is origin. Yeah, on x-axis you plot time in minutes or else seconds, whatever your wish. In y-axis plot distance in meters, and if you draw the graph for the uniform motion and you will get a straight line from the origin. This straight line from the origin shows the object moving with uniform motion. So this is finally the graph of uniform motion. Okay children, you can take more examples like a fan in our room, right? And earth, motion of earth also belongs to uniform motion, etc. And next one, non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. Here consider a car moves from O to C about 25 meters distance within the time 6 seconds, right? Here the car starts from O and after 2 seconds it reaches the position A and covering with 1 meter. In the next 2 seconds it reaches B covering 10 meters. In the last 2 seconds it reaches C covering 25 meters. Here you can you observe the time interval is same, but the distance traveled by car is not same. 1 meter, 10 meter and 25 meters. So Finally, we can define non-uniform motion is a body is said to be in non-uniform motion when unequal distances in equal intervals of time. Here unequal distances but in equal intervals of time. So you can say this car is in non uniform motion. Okay, a body is said to be non-uniform motion when it covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time. Let us observe the graph. Here same, plot time on x-axis, distance on y-axis, and if you take the graph you can observe curve. It's not a straight line, it is a curve. This curve indicates the object having non-uniform motion. Motion of vehicles at corners, at traffic jam, at signals, in villages, at sticky roads. Oh, you can take so many examples of non-uniform motion. Okay, and if you get the curve, then in the distance and time graph, then that indicates the uniform motion. And see the screen. Here the differences between uniform and non-uniform motion given. Uniform motion: travel equal distance in equal interval of time, travel unequal distance in equal interval of time, and yes, in the distance and time graph it has a straight line and here curved line. Example also given: a car running at a constant speed of 10 meter per second. It means car covering distance at distance 10 meters per second. So its motion will be in uniform motion, right? The motion of a free falling body is an example of non-uniform motion. Free falling body, okay. This about this you will learn in the lesson gravitation. Okay. Yeah, this all about differences between uniform and non-uniform motion. Yeah, and the last one is speedometer. See, for example, if you are traveling on a bike, suddenly if you want to know your speed, right, how can you know the speed of the vehicle while traveling, right? Yeah, simply if you by looking the speedometer. This is the speedometer every vehicle has, right? By looking the speedometer you can guess the speed of the vehicle. See here, 60 70 kilometer per hour. So this is a this shows velocity of the object. Okay, this is nothing but speedometer to know the instant speed, right? Yeah, children, I hope you understand and make notes of uniform and non-uniform motion. Draw the distance and time graph and send me. Thank you.